Silence. It's in silence that greatness is born. It's in the quiet moments when no one's watching that champions are made. You see, life isn't about the noise, the fanfare, or the applause. It's about what you do when the world isn't looking. It's about the grind. Now, I want you to picture something for me. Imagine two boats on a river. One's floating downstream, carried by the current. It's easy, effortless. The people on board are laughing, drinking, having a grand old time. But where are they going? Wherever the river takes them. The other boat is going upstream. The people on board are sweating, straining, fighting against the current with every stroke of their oars. It's hard work, no doubt about it. But here's the kicker. They're going exactly where they want to go. So I ask you, which boat are you on? You see, most people are on that first boat. They're drifting through life, carried along by circumstances, by other people's expectations, by the path of least resistance. And you know what? There's nothing inherently wrong with that. But if you're here listening to me right now, I'm willing to bet you're not satisfied with just drifting. You want more. You want to be on that second boat? You want to chart your own course to fight against the current, to reach destinations that others can only dream of. And let me tell you something. You can do it, but it's going to take work. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take grinding in silence. Now, when I say grinding in silence, what do I mean? I'm talking about the work you do when no one's watching. The early mornings and late nights, the sacrifices you make that no one else sees, the battles you fight within yourself day in and day out. It's easy to be motivated when you're in front of a crowd, when people are cheering you on. But true success, lasting success, comes from what you do in the quiet moments. It comes from your ability to push yourself when there's no external pressure, when there's no one to impress but yourself. But here's the thing about grinding in silence. It's not just about the work. It's about the mindset. It's about moving from fear to unstoppable willpower. And that, my friends, is a journey we're going to explore together today. Let's start with fear. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. It's been with us since the dawn of time, and it's not going anywhere. But here's what most people get wrong about fear. They think the goal is to eliminate it. They think that if they could just get rid of their fear, they'd be unstoppable. But that's not how it works. Fear isn't the enemy. Fear is a tool. It's a signal. It's your body and mind telling you that you're about to do something important, something that matters. The goal isn't to eliminate fear. Think about it this way. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff. There's a beautiful valley below, and you know that if you could just figure out how to get down there, amazing opportunities await. But it's a long way down, and your instinct is to back away from the edge. That's fear doing its job. It's keeping you safe. But what if, instead of backing away, you took that fear as a challenge? What if you saw it as a signal that this cliff, this valley, this opportunity, it matters? It's worth pursuing. What if you use that fear as fuel to figure out how to safely climb down, to find a path that others might miss? That's what I'm talking about when I say moving from fear to unstoppable willpower. It's not about becoming fearless. It's about becoming fear-proof. It's about developing the mental toughness to feel the fear and do it anyway. Now, this isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process, a journey. And like any journey, it starts with a single step. So let's talk about those steps. Let's talk about how you can start grinding in silence, how you can transform your fear into unstoppable willpower. Step one. Embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. It's a cliche, but it's true. If you want to achieve great things, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This doesn't mean you need to make yourself miserable. It means you need to challenge yourself, to push your boundaries, to do things that scare you a little bit every single day. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you'd usually stay quiet. Maybe it's reaching out to someone you admire for advice. Maybe it's finally starting that business you've been dreaming about. Whatever it is, find ways to step outside your comfort zone every day. It'll be uncomfortable at first, But that discomfort is the feeling of growth. Step 2, develop a morning routine. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. If you start your day reactive, checking emails, scrolling through social media, you're putting yourself at the mercy of the world. But if you start your day proactive, with meditation, exercise, reading, or working on your most important tasks, you're taking control. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what your morning routine should look like. That's for you to figure out. But I will tell you this, the most successful people I know, they all have a morning routine. They all take control of their mornings. And by extension, they take control of their lives. Step 3, set clear, specific goals. You can't hit a target you can't see. If you want to achieve great things, you need to know exactly what those great things are. Don't just say, I want to be successful or I want to be rich. Those aren't goals. They're wishes. A real goal is specific and measurable. Instead of I want to be rich, try I want to increase my income by 50 in the next 18 months. Instead of I want to be successful, try I want to start a business that helps 1,000 people in its first year. When you set clear, specific goals, you give your mind something to focus on. You give your willpower direction. And when you combine that direction with consistent action, that's when magic happens. Step 4, develop self-discipline. Willpower is like a muscle. When we use it, the stronger it gets. But just like a muscle, it can get tired. That's where self-discipline comes in. Self-discipline is about creating habits and routines that make doing the right thing automatic. It's about setting up your environment so that making good choices is easy and making bad choices is hard. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Because here's the truth. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. But discipline is reliable. Discipline gets things done. Step 5, learn to delay gratification. In today's world of instant everything, the ability to delay gratification is like a superpower. It's the ability to resist the temptation of an immediate reward in favor of a later, greater reward. This isn't easy. Our brains are wired for immediate gratification. But the ability to delay gratification is crucial for long-term success. It's what allows you to save money instead of spending it all. It's what allows you to work on your business instead of watching TV. It's what allows you to eat healthy instead of indulging in junk food. Developing this ability takes practice. Start small. If you usually check your phone first thing in the morning, try waiting an hour. If you usually buy something as soon as you want it, try waiting a week. These small acts of self-control build up over time, strengthening your willpower and your ability to focus on long-term goals. Step 6, embrace failure. This might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every innovation, they all came after countless failures. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people isn't that successful people never fail. It's that successful people see failure differently. They see it as feedback, as a learning opportunity, as a necessary step on the path to success. When you embrace failure, you take away its power to stop you. You transform it from a roadblock into a stepping stone. And when you do that, you become unstoppable. Step's gratitude. Gratitude might not seem like it has much to do with willpower, but trust me, it does. When you practice gratitude, you train your mind to focus on the positive. You build resilience. You develop a growth mindset. Think about it this way. When you're grateful, you're acknowledging that good things happen. You're recognizing progress. And when you do that consistently, you start to believe, really believe, that more good things are possible. That belief, that's rocket fuel for your willpower. Say, every night before you go to bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for a delicious meal, or a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The point is to train your mind to look for the positive, to appreciate progress, to recognize the good in your life. Surround yourself with the right people. You've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. The people around you have a huge impact on your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. If you want to develop unstoppable willpower, you need to surround yourself with people who support your goals, who challenge you to be better, who inspire you to keep pushing even when things get tough. This might mean seeking out mentors, joining mastermind groups, or simply being more intentional about who you spend your time with. And here's the thing, this doesn't mean you need to cut everyone out of your life who isn't 100 your goals, but it does mean being mindful of the influences in your life and making sure that on balance, the people around you are lifting you up, not holding you back. Step 9, take care of your physical health. Your mind and body are connected. If you want unstoppable willpower, you need to take care of your physical health. This means eating well, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep. When you're physically healthy, you have more energy. You think more clearly. You're more resilient to stress. All of these things contribute to stronger willpower. So don't neglect your physical health in pursuit of your goals. Make it a priority. Treat your body like the incredible machine it is. Step-tentiousness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's a powerful tool for developing willpower because it helps you become more aware of your impulses and reactions. When you're mindful, you create a space between stimulus and response. You give yourself the opportunity to choose your reaction, rather than just reacting automatically. This is crucial for developing unstoppable willpower. You don't need to become a meditation guru to practice mindfulness. Start small. Try taking a few deep breaths and focusing on the sensation of breathing. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Do this for a few minutes each day, and you'll start to develop greater awareness and control over your thoughts and actions. Now, these 10 steps, they're not a magic formula. They're not going to transform you overnight. But if you commit to them, if you practice them consistently, day in and day out, they will change your life. They will help you move from fear to unstoppable willpower. But here's the most important thing to remember. This journey, this transformation, it happens in silence. It happens in the quiet moments when no one's watching. It happens when you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy thing. It happens when you keep going, even when you don't feel like it. That's what it means to grind in silence. It means doing the work day after day, whether you feel motivated or not. It means pushing yourself, challenging yourself, growing yourself, even when no one else can see it. And let me tell you something. That silence, it's deafening. It's in that silence that you'll hear your own thoughts, your own doubts, your own fears. But it's also in that silence that you'll find your strength, your resilience, your unstoppable willpower. You see, success isn't about what you do when everyone's watching. It's about what you do when no one's watching. It's about the choices you make when it's just you, alone with your thoughts and your goals. Think about any great achievement in history, the moon landing, the invention of the light bulb, the creation of great works of art. Sure, we see the end result. We see the moment of triumph. But what we don't see are the countless hours of work that went into it. The failures, the setbacks, the moments of doubt. We don't see Thomas Edison trying thousands of different materials before finding the right filament for his light bulb. We don't see the NASA scientists working late into the night, solving problem after problem to make space travel possible. We don't see the artists sketching and resketching, refining their vision over and over again. That's the grind. That's the silence. And that's where greatness is born. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I'm just one person. I'm not trying to land on the moon or invent the next big thing. I just want to improve my life, achieve my goals, be successful in my own way. And to that I say, good. Because that's exactly where you should start. You don't need to change the world to be successful. You just need to change your world. And that starts with changing yourself. Remember, every great achievement starts with a single step. Every journey begins with a decision to start, and that decision, that's something you can make right now in this very moment. You can decide right now to start grinding in silence. You can decide right now to face your fears and develop unstoppable willpower. You can decide right now to become the person you've always wanted to. It won't be easy. There will be days when you want to give up, days when it feels like you're not making any progress, days when the silence is so loud, it's almost unbearable.